Hui, not so mess, Creedy, Parlons français, Parlons en français, je ne peux pas parler français, parlons en français, où est l'on? Je vais promener dans la quartier. Huh. Should do some zoomy zooms. Il est 6 heures. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Ooh. Oh, nice little moon. Well, not the moon. Okay, so let's see. Parlons anglais. Yeah, I don't really have anything. Plus a lot of, not say a lot of things. The mouse decided to go bonkers today. We're gonna move this, gonna walk there. And then, yeah, today we're not gonna go visit the toy shop because nothing to buy. And actually, I have something per se. Nah, just a small little update on buying things, like not the same mantra, but some of the rules. Yeah, it's tough because if I were to fully apply that rule, I don't need to buy a lot of things, which is good. All right. Okay. So before we get into that, let's see. Wednesday, cold. I actually didn't want to wear my sweater out, but I decided, you know what, it's gonna be cold. And well, it's not cold, it's chilly, like 9 degrees chilly. I think I did, oh no, okay, I think I said something along the lines to someone else. I don't think it's on camera. On camera obviously I say 16 degrees is perfect. I love that. That is where I can just wear t-shirt, short pants. Yep, fantastical. And then when it's too cold for, like, I need to wear hoodie and stuff, so about 10, I think that's about right. 0, okay, 0 is very subjective. Yeah, 0 is very subjective. Okay, but before we go to 0, 5 to 10 degrees, yeah, I'll probably just wear hoodie out. And I don't even need to bring out my, what do you call this, heat tech pants. Yeah, don't really need it. And it's cold, I can feel it. Yeah, then that's the one thing I want to point out as well. My knees, I hate cold feet and cold knees. Yeah, I hate cold knees. Cold hands still can bear. Cold knees, I can't take. I don't like. I really don't like it. That's one of the things that I've learned in Japan. Yeah, when I go run around. Yeah, cold knees is terrible. Obviously, chest is the most important. As long as my chest is not cold, I'm perfectly fine. But at the same time, I like a little bit of chilly cold. Yeah, and I don't like cold winds. That's also another thing. Also from Japan as well, and of course here's a bit different. In Japan I was very unprepared, whereas here I kind of prepared. And at the end of the day, when wind blows, yeah, sharp wind, ooh, painful. Here's a bit different cold than Japan, if I'm not mistaken, because here the winds are sharp, especially in Montreal. Vancouver, it's cold. In general, it's more like Japan, cold. So in that case, cold knee, not a big fan. Cold chest, obviously no go. And cold face, cold face is normal. Hands, cold hands, normal. Ears, I don't like ears. Cold ears, I don't like. Yep. Yeah, okay. Anyway, so that's that. And I did say previously, I think a few vlogs ago, I did say I want to buy a few more games, but I've decided certain games are cheap. There are some games I think it's cheap enough, right? They are like what, $10-15 per game, which is, in my opinion, any game that is below 20 Canadian dollars, not US dollars, Canadian dollars, is cheap enough to grab. It's like dirt cheap, because if we are looking at, yeah, no, I think I did say this already. If you're looking at entertainment price ratio, yeah, games I can play hours. Like one of the games that I've bought, in fact I bought 2 games, right, recently. I'm currently playing one. The other one I haven't played a little bit, but I leave it aside. And another one I've bought quite some time ago, but that one's in Malaysia. And some of the games I need to clear up, as in I need to play and finish it at least good 100 hours. 100 hours for the current game that I'm playing. Some of the games I haven't reached 1,000 hours for a game, right? Actually, no, not really. There are some games out there, but those games are live games, like multiplayer things. So I put quite a lot of time over there. So yeah, there are some games that can breach the 1,000 hours, but I didn't count, so I don't know. But the one that I bought recently has hit 100 hours. Another game that I've bought, that was a Malaysian one, which I reinstalled lately and just play for the sake of it, because I haven't finished. That took about 50 plus hours already. So 150 hours. If I were to divide by 10, right? Just 10, so it's 15, and then each 10 hours I pay $10. Right? Let's put it this way: $10. I would have spent $150 already for those entertainment, which is crazy. Yeah. Even though, oh no, if I squish it to $1 per, if I squish it to $1, $15, then I got my money's worth. And that's how technically how it counts. Well, how I count my entertainment is how much joy can you get out of your time. And obviously games in general are supposed to pass time, which is good and bad. Good, pass time; bad, takes up a lot of time because I need to get some stuff done. But at the same time, I needed to play game too. Well, for me, games, comic books are one way to consume for creativity. Literature, I wouldn't say literature, people say read books. Yeah, that's that. But then again, there are many other ways to consume literature. Like, what is the difference between reading a book, a physical book, versus reading a digital book? Right? The lines has been blurred a little. What is the difference between reading a book? Okay, let's go back like easily 50 years ago. Okay, what is the difference between reading a literature book or Shakespeare literature versus watching a theatre play? Because both of them technically kind of say the same thing, but in different form of presentation. So that is a question, right? I don't have an answer. Some people are more acceptable to theatre plays, some people are more acceptable to literature. And then again, it goes to another question. If reading books is good, how come reading magazines and comic book physical copy is bad? To some people, not to all. I do agree some books are just rubbish. That includes I won't say literature, because if you want to get into the literature level, it has to be vetted, right? Not all literatures are, not all written content can be literature. I don't know, you can educate me. Because for me it's very simple. When you say literature, it is, I would say, the good stuff, right? Provoking ideas, stuff. And of course there are some lackluster, so can they consider literature? Yeah, see, so to me, doesn't matter, right? If you enjoyed something in the content that you like, that's great. And that's about it, right? As long as you enjoy certain consumption, but of course, moderation in consumption and purpose in consumption. Anyway, I derailed a little bit. So, the easiest way to avoid buying, for example, some people love books, right? Bookworms, right? It's because books are knowledge, and that's the keyword, right? Knowledge. Where and how do you gain knowledge? Alright, so for people like me, I like to buy games. So in order to taper, to reduce all this little thing, the easiest way to put it is, if I've not finished a game, even though the other game is on discount, I would try my very best not to buy, right? Just save it up and wait for the next sale. Because I know if the game can go that low, future sales will go that low. That's how it is, right? That's how product works. If a product can go 80% off, it can go 80% off the next time. The only difference is because digital content will always be there, physical, yeah, that's that. Anyway, that's that. Kau Shudu Solil, Moon, then Lascelles. Nice, very nice. Sure to be the main.